let's start with the business of today. We are all gathered here today to talk about software engineering, and it's been a fun ride watching you guys learn and grow in this software engineering training program. We we are of different batches, different cohorts, and we have different experience level as we've you know we've all been, so some of us have been in this trading since October, and some of us are just, starting, are just coming up. Some people started in January, so some people are actually 6 months in. Yeah, some people are 6 months into the training, and we've done a lot. For the people that are 6 months into the program, they are going to start building their first web application this month, by the end of this month. I think on the 27th thereabout of this month, they'll start building their first. We are starting from the back end. We build from the back end to front end, and you know, we are building all the way to deployment and all that. Uh, this software engineering, it's uh, it's the best skill that anyone can have in the 21st century. It's the highest paying job in the world, and it doesn't come easy. I don't expect your journey to be as easy as possible. I expect it to be difficult. I expect you to solve complex problems. I expect you to have difficulties. You know, it's not going to be easy at all, and that's why it pays really high. It pays well, and you have the privilege of working from the comfort of your home. In software engineering, a lot of us come to. Are you guys there? Can you clearly hear? Can you clearly hear me? I'm looking at the comments. If you can hear me, leave a comment. I'm gonna see it. Yeah. So here in software engineering, you know, we do hard things. We solve complex problems. This is why we are software engineers. We we build software programs, utility programs, websites, applications, games. What have you? We build projects in crypto. We build projects in every sphere of life. And I expect you all to have a project in your mind. Like I said, when you joined the program, I said you need to have a program in mind that you want to build. You need to have ideas. Somebody told me yesterday, a student here in this program told me about a very innovative idea that he has, that is something I had actually thought about, that I myself wanted to build. So you see, uh, I just don't have the time to do that because I have a lot on my plate. You know, I have a lot of programs to write and all that, management, deployments, a lot of stuff, maintenance is going on. So I could not build it, but it's an idea I had a long time ago, and a student here on this program, on this training program, has it in his mind. So first thing that I want to tell you guys in this mentorship session is that this software engineering, a lot of you come to me with the wrong ideology. A lot of you come and you're in your mindset, you're like, when I'm done with this program, am I going to be able to get a job? What kind of job can I have? You know, can I have a foreign job? That's basically what most of you tell me when you come and you want to start the training. But then I keep telling you guys one thing in return, you know. Yeah, having a job is fine, but in our Nigerian colloquial, we have other people here in this training. We have people from other countries as well. But then, why would you have the bread and the knife and you want to give the bread to someone else and start cutting it slowly, and be eating the bread from somebody else's hand like crumbs when you can actually have the full bread? you know this software engineering, you don't have to build for somebody else. and rely on the 500k the person is going to pay you. You can make 500k a day, you know. So why do you want to make 500k a month, 1 million a month, when you can actually make that same money in one day owning the program? You know, that is why in this program, in this training program, we are not just teaching you, we are teaching you to be technically competent. When you see the level of assignments and the kind of thought processes put into fixing your assignment and your class materials, you would know that we are training you for world standard. You know, we want you guys to be the best version of yourselves. I know a lot of you have been going out. I barely go out of my house. Barely. If you look at me, you'd see I've not had a haircut in like God knows how long. And that's because I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have a boss that will shout at me and be like, hey, please come to the office by 7 o'clock. Hey, come on site. You are doing on site. No, I don't want that. Why would I want that when I currently have like 3 different online web applications and all that? You guys call it AIs, you know, that actually pays daily. While we are on this call, I make money. While I'm sleeping, I make money. Why would I want to work somewhere? You know, that's the first idea that you people come with. All my students be like, will I get a job? Why don't you want to create the job? We are here. See, the reason for this training is to sensitize the public, not just to feed you or give you the technical know-how, but as well to teach you legally and financially. We'll give you good financial management, we'll teach you legally, we'll teach you the advertising aspect of this thing, we'll teach you publicity, we'll teach you everything that it takes for you to build and manage a business, a tech entrepreneurship business of your own. And that's why you see that our trainings are so comprehensive, holistic. It's so difficult. Like you guys, some of you say, some people come and then they tend to want to run, you know, run off. Or some people run away for a month and they come back 1 month later. Hey, I'm so sorry, sir. I was not able to complete the training. I had to go on a 1 month break. Please, can I continue? Yes, you can continue. But it's not good for growth. It's not good for you, you know. It's not good for you as a person. We want you to grow. We want you to grow at a steady pace. I'm one of the few people in Nigeria that is not telling you, hey, you can learn this skill in 3 months. Come and pay me 500,000. Pay me 1 point something million, and I teach you 3 months skill acquisition. I'm one of the few people in Nigeria that is not doing that. I want to give out to the general public, you know, to the public. I want to give out. And then this is the level of knowledge and skill that the WinMingle community is sharing on a platter. I don't think it makes any sense for anybody to have a portal, an active portal in this program and allow it to go blank and, you know, spend days not learning, spend weeks not learning. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on? What's going on? I don't see the stream anymore. Oh, okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you still hear me? It seems the stream is... Oh, okay. I was looking at the live stream and I wasn't seeing myself for a while. Okay. So it doesn't make any sense for people to not take the training seriously, for people to not show up daily to learn, because you have a lot. There is like a whole lot we are supposed to be learning right now. We have a lot. Even the people in cohort 1, they are just about to start the technical part of it, you know, which is building their full stack, their first full stack web application. It's very comprehensive. It is the same knowledge of authentication, the same knowledge of front-end design, of system architecture, program control flow for the program that you use in this project that we are building, that you will use in subsequent projects. So after building this first project for people in cohort 1, you will now be able to build any other project of your choice because you are using the exact same knowledge. There are a lot of us that should be on this call, I just realized, that are not here yet. We are many here, but we still have a lot of our students that are not here. Please, you guys should go make some noise in the group chat on WhatsApp. Tell them to be here for this meeting. Um, yeah. So I expect students to be available to, learn without prejudice, without me compelling you to learn, because you are not doing this for me, you are doing this for yourself. The WinMingle community is built to make learners, to make students better versions of themselves. It's built to give you a tool that will feed you for life. you know this is why the community is built. It's not the sole aim is not for us to make money off you. If we want to make money off you, you will see it will reflect in our tuition fees. We'll tell you that we want our tuition because we know what we are giving. We know the level of training that we are given. I don't think there's anywhere in Nigeria you will have the same skill, the same knowledge, the same information, and love that we share to teach you guys software engineering here in Nigeria. I don't think there's anywhere. I've not witnessed such place. Yeah. So what I'm saying now is students should take it seriously. Students should be online. Students should do their assignments and be active. Very, very active. It's very important. It's how you grow. We want this community to produce full stack engineers that would build. See, when cohort 1 is graduating, I want to have at least 50 students that have built full stack projects that are, life changing, projects that are profit oriented, that I can boast of and I can say, oh, cohort 1 has graduated and we have, 50 new projects that are online and people are using them. That's why I keep saying that for me to approve a project for you, the project has to be profit oriented. It has to be legal, and there's a portfolio pitch. There's a week where people in all these different cohorts will do a portfolio pitch for us to approve the projects that you'll be building here on the WinMingle training program. And this is a major part of the training because we want you to be a success. Students ask me, there's this question I get asked a lot. After this training, will I get a job? Why do you want to get a job when we are teaching you to build an empire for yourself? The only reason you want to get a job is because you don't have an idea. So you all should start praying, thinking. See, Nigeria is the best place to be when it comes to building a company, building a business. Every single thing that you've complained about, before is a potential need that you need to solve. Every single thing. So start thinking, was there something you wanted to buy and you couldn't get? It's a need that needs to be solved. Software engineering can solve a lot of needs. What Bolt is doing is too much. Bolt's price is high in Nigeria. Somebody can decide to go into the Bolt business. Build your own app, your own everything. The skills required for you to do that, we are giving here on the WinMingle training program. Somebody should decide whatever project that comes to your mind, you are going to do a portfolio pitch. We are going to be pairing you guys in groups of 4 to build a single project, and throughout the lifetime of this training, you would have built 4 projects to add to your portfolio, and your GitHub repository. Nowadays, the reason why we make our students to build and to post everything that they do on GitHub is because Cohort 2, have you started using GitHub? You've gotten to GitHub, right? So from now, Cohort 2, you as well will start posting all your assignments to GitHub. Oh, it's Cohort 2 have passed GitHub a long time ago. It's Cohort 3 that is at around Git right now, right? So all documents will be posted to your GitHub repository. Nowadays, if employers want to employ you, one of the things they check out for is your GitHub. They want to see how long you've been writing code, what and what you've been doing, you know. And this is how they assess you to know that you are competent, technically you have the skills that is necessary to bring to life the project that they want you to build, you know. And that's why we make you to push all your work to your GitHub repository. By the time you're done in 2 years, here in the WinMingle training community, software engineering, we will be sure that you have a formidable GitHub repository that any employer would see and be like, oh, this person is serious. Can you know all of this? If you know all of this, then you're competent. That's what the WinMingle community is handing to you all on a platter of gold. So you'll be employable, yes. You will have the skills necessary to build for any employer, yes. But then I would always urge you don't need to work for an employer. You can either decide to be wearing suits every day. You drive your car, buy fuel, and drive to somewhere to work, and then they pay you 1 million and you feel like you're a big man. You're not. There are times when we that stay at home, we earn 1 million in one day, and we don't go anywhere. My car has not been turned on for weeks. I think for like a period of a week and almost 2 weeks now, I have not turned on my car because I don't have anywhere I'm going to. And I make much more money than people that are going out every day, And this is because I have understood how to build and manage. And this is what I'm trying to teach you all here on the WinMingle training program. I'm trying to make you understand the entrepreneurship aspect of software engineering. That is where the money is. If you've read the story of Bill Gates, you would realize that Bill Gates did not start alone. He used to have a friend called Paul Allen that you all might not know today, because Bill Gates had the business mindset. Paul Allen had the let's build it mindset. He had the technical know-how, but selling the product was not part of his expertise. So you don't know him. He might have a lot of money today, but you'd know Bill Gates more than you know him. Yeah. So make sure that you learn the business aspect when we start teaching. We are going to have, towards when you want to graduate, we are going to be doing a lot of trainings to teach the business aspect of this whole thing. We'll be training you guys on, everybody that has completed their project will train you on the marketing aspect, will train you on publicity, will train you. You guys have been on the WinMingle Training Center, and I think a lot of you have been attended to. There's one basic thing you'd realize when we attend to you here on the WinMingle Training Center is that we know how to talk to you. Even if we don't say much, we have a lot of crowd to talk to, a lot of people to, talk to. This is Nigeria. This is the typical Nigerian pattern. They must do this. Take light on us. Yeah. So we have like a lot of crowd to attend to. We don't have time to chat a lot, but then you would still notice that we are able to attend to you, to talk to you normally, answer your questions over and over again, politely and all of that. This is the business aspect of this thing. Some people spend time and spend a lot of money going to learn. They call it what do they call it? There's this course they go take training on, to attend to customers, to talk to people, to get like customer service jobs and trainings on it and all that. But all of these things are skills that we are going to share with you here on the WinMingle training, WinMingle software engineering training program. We want to build winners from all of you. Yeah, we want to build winners. We want to build people that know what they are doing, people that understand, harnessed the software engineering skill sets, and are able to make a business, make a living out of it. Yeah, we'll teach you. Somebody saying digital marketing. That's actually not the name that I was looking for, but it's part of it. We'll teach you guys all of this. We'll teach you everything that you need to know to be a success and run your own empire in software engineering. Work, earn from your home, and earn high. When you build applications like this, when you build software solutions like this, you you know you tend to you know have some level of confidence in your job. Like me, I have confidence. I know that I'm not one of the confidence I have that I want you guys to start having on this training program is that, one, I cannot be broke till I die. you know and you know because of systems that I've put in place, I will always have money. you know and this is the benefit of software engineering. Whether you work or not, you put systems in place, little AIs to do your job. I have AIs doing everything that I do. When I send out messages, emails, and all that, I don't do these things manually. I don't even know sometimes that you receive a message and you just receive it. And this is the job. This is what programming does. It relieves us of a lot of stress. All of this happens on autopilot, and you know this is how you should be thinking. These are the little business ideas that you will be taught to implement on your own softwares that you are building. Like I said, I want you all to build software solutions to become entrepreneurs. Here we are raising entrepreneurs. We are raising people that work from home. If you want to be working for a company from the comfort of your home, for another company, it's fine. It's doable. We are giving you the skill. You can do that. But trust me, you'll not earn as much as somebody that is working for himself. So I hope that I've been able to enlighten those people that come online and they be like, how do I get a job? I don't think a job is the first thing. The first thing you should be thinking about is, how do you get competent, so competent that you don't need a job to make money anymore. You need to get so competent that you don't need a job to make money anymore. Sorry, I have somebody calling. And you make much more than people that have jobs. That's the good thing in software engineering. So with all of this said and done, I want to get your questions. If you have any question, put it down in the comment section. I'm here, I'm looking at it. I'm going to answer all of your questions here on this training program. Okay, so are there any questions? If you have questions, put it down. I want to answer questions. Anything that is a bother to you, put it down. I hope I've been able to set the entrepreneurship mindset in all of you, in all of this pep talk that we've had. The reason for this mentorship session is for me to answer all your questions. So if you have questions, put it down and I'm going to answer them. So you guys can see somebody is saying, what are we supposed to do on Peer Learning Day? Oh, okay. So what is Peer Learning Day though? If you look at your dashboard, you will see that you have, at the end of your dashboard, you will see that you have people paired to you, students like you paired to you. The reason why you have that pair, you have those students there, is for you to hit them up, for you to, send them a message saying, hey, hi, how are you doing? We are having this for the week and we are having that classes. Maybe we are having functions, debugging, whatever you're learning for the time, C pointers, can we study together? I have this problem, I have that problem. They are your first go-to people. You should go to them first before you go to the group chat or anywhere. You guys should study, use AI, use ChatGPT to learn concepts. Use your Gemini, whatever AI at your disposal. Use it to learn all the concepts that, to practice all the concepts that you need to learn. Use them for debugging, and at the end of the day, you learn with your peer group first. For the week, we pair you every Monday. We pair you with a few people. that you should learn with, make sure you learn with them. Make sure you hit them up, you text them. We only pair active people, people that have active portals. So they are willing to learn. That's why they paid the monthly dues, So you can hit them up. They'll reach out to you as well. And you guys start learning, start practicing. If both of you cannot solve it, or the four of you on your peer learning group cannot solve the problem, you take it to the general group. You guys use AIs and all that. If everybody cannot solve it, then I'll solve it. I'll come online. I want to only solve problems that students are not able to solve, because I, as much as possible, I've taught enough. On your video, on your training, you see videos where I teach you. The thing about software engineering is I'm not supposed to teach you everything. I'm supposed to allow your mind to solve some of the problems. That's why if you look at my videos, I solve it halfway. I only tell you, I point your mind in the direction you should be thinking, and then I leave you. Yeah, and I do this because this is software engineering. We want your minds to grow, to be able to solve technical problems. Yeah, so that's why I do that. That's the right way to train you. The right way is giving you problems to solve, from the small problems to much bigger and much complex problems. Like quote one, by the end of this month, you guys are going to be having much bigger and much complex projects. I'm going to help you guys as much as possible to get up to speed, but a lot of the work will be done by you. A lot of the work. That's to make sure that you grow the competence, the technical competence needed. All of the resources. So far, a major part of my job is finding resources for you guys to use and uploading them on the platform. Resources that if you have the patience to complete, I've realized that a lot of students are not completing resources. That's why they have a lot of questions, because majority of the questions that you have, if you patiently go through your resources, go through your documentations, PDFs, videos, and you have ChatGPT, I'm not sure any average person should have a problem, solving the problems on your assignments. Yeah, I know that they are technical. It's not easy. Being here, you guys, all of you here on this live stream, you people are strong people. You guys are determined people, and I'm very proud of all of you, because it's not easy. I know what you're doing, and I know the average mindset of a youth. The average mindset of a youth is, I don't want stress. Majority of people that hit us up on the WinMingle training program, they be like, oh, 2 years, I can't do this. And I'd be like, oh, no problem. If you can't do that, it's fine. Go look for something else to do. Maybe you should serve somebody the rest of your life. That's what you want. So do that. Do just that. But then, for the people that are here, we are tough people. We have we have a disciplined mindset. That's the only way that you can go scale through with this program. It's not going to be easy. It's not easy at all. Trust me. It's not easy at all. It's not going to be easy for anybody here on the program. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm not saying this to discourage anybody. I'm just telling you that I know the level of work that you put in, because I've put it in before. And I put it in when I was much younger, Started putting it in when I was in the university. I was working at the time, so I basically reached my house by 9 p.m., 9:30, 9:15 p.m. because I'll go to school in the morning and go to work. And then from 10, I sit down on a computer till like 3:30, 4 a.m. Then when my mom was alive, she would always bring food for me in the night, and that's when I eat and sleep off. It was really funny, but this was what I was doing. I did this for years consistently. I did not skip a day. I could remember the time I left my work for like 2 weeks. I had this very serious problem that I could not solve, and before I could realize it, I had already left my work for 2 weeks, and I was so angry at myself. I was like, no, this is not me. How can I run away from a fair fight? I don't do that. I don't back down from a fair fight. So I had to go scrap the entire project that I had built for months, and I started again from the beginning. I started prototyping. I started, writing pseudocodes, writing a lot of paperwork, theory, and all of that. And I finally finished that project. I finished that project, and it's increased my confidence level a lot. It actually did increase my confidence level in software engineering. So Building a project adds to your confidence level. By the time in the WinMingle software engineering training program, we are going to teach you to build a project. By the time you're done building the projects that you are going to build in training here with us, you are going to have the confidence to tell anybody anywhere in the world that you're a software engineer. You know, somebody is saying, I really want to learn it to pass it to my boys. You know, I don't want them growing up to struggle to work for people. I just pray these 2 years will deliver my dream. Yeah, that's really good, man. I want to see my son at 15 should replicate me, you know. And if you know what I know, you know, recently I was working with a team of Pakistan guys. We were working on a project, you know, and I was looking at what they were doing, and I was like, you know, for a Nigerian, it's 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 trust me, it's a game changer for anybody to have the software engineering skill. It's a game changer, trust me. So these guys way across the world, they are suffering, like they are working so hard and they are earning penny. Like I was doing that as well. You know, I was working like this as a software engineer and somebody was having to pay me. So these guys were earning, you know, you finish working and we struggle with $1,000, $500, $200. You know, sometimes they say they want to give you incentive and they are sending $200. And it doesn't make any sense, man. I make that money in one day, sitting down in my house, not working for someone else, you know. And I was working with people from, you know, diaspora, people from other countries, you know, and this money means a lot to them, but it does not mean a lot to me anymore. And this is because I now work for myself, you know, and this is the idea. This is why we are trying to raise people. We want you guys to understand what it is. This is community service. We are not charging our tuition fees. We are not doing all of this. We want to raise people that understand what the future holds, what benefits are of what the benefits of software engineering are. We want you guys to know them, harness them, use them to your advantage. You know, everybody in the WinMingle community, this community is not supposed to die after you graduate. We are going to have a small forum for everybody in this community at the end of the day, where, you know, when you graduate from the WinMingle community, you join, and at some point we can, you know, hold get together and all that. You know, all of you will be a success if you follow through with the WinMingle training. See, when I say these things, when I say you be a success if you can follow through, I'm sure that you see what we give to you. You see your assignments, you see your class materials, and you know the level of competence that is required of you here in the WinMingle community. You know, we have students here in this training program that have the competence that I want at their current level. I know people in cohort 1 that are really good at their current level. I know people in cohort 2. In fact, the best student in cohort 2 does not have a laptop yet. The best student in cohort 2 is using a phone. And when I see his progress, I be like, this guy is good. This guy is. I did that as well. I used a major part of my software engineering journey when I started. I was depending on my phones because I did not come from a household where there's too much money, where there's money. You know, I came from a humble home where most of you come from. Most of you come from a humble home. I came as well from a humble home where we did not have much. In fact, I did not do SS3. Why I did not do SS3 was school fees. Could not afford to pay. So I left it, you know, and I had to wait for 1 year when my classmates wanted to write the entrance examination. I joined them to write, you know, from my house. So this to tell you, I did not have money. You know, right from those days we were struggling, I had the mindset. When I was going to school, I was trekking to school and trekking back. Why was I having to trek? I used to play music. I used to earn money. You know, not too much money, but enough for me to not trek to school, to at least plan and pay transport. But right from then, I had already started burning a lot of data, learning resources. As at that time, there was no video on YouTube I did not watch, Udemy courses and all that. So in choir practice then, my choir mistress would be like, hey, buy a new shoe. I can't afford to do that. I had priorities. Today, all the people that were buying shoes that time, they cannot buy the quality of shoes I buy. And that's because of priority. I see a lot of people that come online on this program and they talk about so many other priorities that they have. Man, if you know the benefits of what we are giving to you here in the WinMingle community, I don't think anybody will come online and think there is another priority that should be placed in front of the training that you have now. I don't think there's any other priority as such. You know, I know the benefits, so I'm not going to place anything in front of it. I knew from the beginning, and I was taking my training seriously right from when I had nothing. Nothing. I was wearing one shoe, one palm slippers to school. Every now and then, every day, I wear my 1 pound. I think at some point somebody actually snapped my leg and posted on our class group. That was really funny. It happened when I was a child growing up. But come on, it's not because I was earning money, but I could not spend on shoes. I couldn't do that. I had to spend investing in myself. So today I can live in my house, and you can see my face. I've not shaved my beard in a while. That's daily I don't go out. You know, today I can be in my house and make the kind of money that my peers cannot make if they don't have something like this at their disposal. The only things that can give you this kind of money today is maybe social media. You have a lot of following. See, the only thing that can give you software engineering kind of money is crowd. The benefit of software engineering is the crowd that we can harness and bring to a single location. You know, somebody says we are only two currently. Okay, the crowd that we can harness and bring to a single location is the benefit of software engineering. So the programs that I build, when I see the people trooping in to use them, you know, that's how I make my money, because they pay. They are paid services. When you come online on these AI, somebody was asking me sometime, hey, is AI not going to take our job? I'd be like, what is the AI? The AI is the same business that the software engineer used to do before for other companies. You know, a company might employ a software engineer and be like, hey, we're having so many messages. Oh, how do we reply them? The software engineer will tell you, okay, be paying me so amount, I can handle it, and they'll be paying him peanuts. Recently, software engineers have realized that they can actually build the programs and own it, and then people should come and subscribe to be using the program. And that's the AI you are talking about. All of you talk about. We build them, software engineers build them. The difference is that we don't build for one company that will now pay us 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, as the case may be, as a one-time payment. Now we build for the general public to use. And when the general public is using, a day, 50 people might use it. And what are they paying? Let's say $5, $7, $10 registration for the month. And the next day, another 50, the next day, another 50. And we keep making the money till we grow old and die. You know, this is the AI that you guys are talking about. Hey, there's this AI that does graphic design. Hey, there's this AI that, all of these things I need someone. I don't have someone to go turn on the gen for me, and it's crazy. I've gone out of power supply. Okay. With all of this said and done, I feel like what I should do now is to I think I should share my screen. I should have turned on the gen and used gen for this stuff, but I was so late. Let me go share my screen and show my screen instead. Presenter full screen. Right. Yeah. So we are going to look at what we are doing on the platform. Yeah. Okay. So this good. So you guys can drop your questions, and I will be more than willing to answer them. Drop your questions. I'll be more than willing to answer any question that you drop. Yeah. So you don't have to wait for me. We are on the call. Somebody is saying we'll wait. Yeah. So There's this and a lot more is what software engineering comes with. This is just to encourage all of you, so you understand what we are doing. So that was it. That was somebody asking about peer learning days. Now, somebody is saying, "Sir, I asked 3 times, but I have." Okay. Before I go, before I go, um, we talked about there was an exercise for people to write essays. So something happened. We were supposed to give out admissions, free portal access to a lot of students, you know, but students on the WinMingle training program that wrote the essays, the people that had the best essays that were to be given this admission, this free sponsorship for portal access, they don't have active portals, and for some reason those people are not even here. I've been looking at the names on this training, on this live stream, and those people are not even here. So I'm going to call out the names of people that I want to do the sponsorship for. Like I told you, the idea of the WinMingle community training program is not to make money. It's not about profits. If it's about profits, well, we know what to do. If it's about profits, you see the crowd that come in when we do this training. There are a lot of people that can afford our fees, and having one person pay our fees is equivalent to having 200, 300 people pay 5k portal access. The reason why you're paying the portal access is so that we'll have only serious people to pair with, and serious people in our database to be sending messages and all of that. We don't want to have people that are unserious on our database. That's why we are paying that portal access fees. So we expect all of you to take it seriously, all of you to pay this portal access fee, and so we can be merging you. That's how we merge you with peer learning groups and all of that. The people that wrote those what do they call it, those people have not been online yet till now. I still have a problem finding them. Anyways, I know what to do about it. We are still going to give out our scholarships to people that deserve it, right? Sponsorships. All of you are already on a scholarship plan. You don't need to pay tuition fees. So somebody is saying, is software engineering important for someone who wants to be a financial engineer? Oh, okay. So what is my first degree? My first degree in the university is accounting. I have a master's degree in accounting. And trust me, software engineering is important in every sphere of life, right? Why is it important in every sphere of life? It automates tasks. I see a lot of my classmates suffering from accounting department, trying to do sorting of document and preparation of account and all of that. Trust me, as a software engineer, if I were to do an accounting job, I think I might be crossing my leg on my table. I have my bots solve everything. It's an organizational structure thing. If you're a financial manager, a financial engineer, you do a structure that works, that collect all data that you need to use in your organization for preparation of all the financial statements that are required for you to prepare and all of that. If you have that ready, if you've put a system in place, you're collecting information from cashiers and all of that, and you're already collecting them with, let's say, a spreadsheet. You guys have like a spreadsheet everybody used to fill, and they are well sensitized. You can fully automate the process of accounting in the organization, and all you have to do is to monitor it instead of calculating and cracking your brain all the time. Your full financial statement, even for a public limited liability company, you know, you can still create group accounts, and anyways, we cannot go into one sector. There's like a whole lot. Software engineering is everywhere. It touches every sector of the world. In everything we do, software engineering is a tool that will take you further. It will solve your problems faster than any other tool can. So software engineering is for you, right? If you're a financial engineer, it is for you. you know it's some people be like, data analytics, how do you learn to we software engineers, we are the biggest manipulators of data. For you to build a full stack application, you should have manipulated data in so many ways, such that if you want to represent data on a table and use it anyhow, don't worry, you learn SQL. You will see how detailed and comprehensive our SQL class will be. So you would understand that you'll be a very good data analyst, at the end of this training. I know you guys have not gotten there, but Quote 1 is so close to SQL. Very, very close, And I think, a few days ago, I prepared the SQL, both assignment and materials. I was working on it. It took me like 2 days, and it's very detailed, trust me. So you would see it. It's software engineering is for everyone. It's for every field of study. Somebody is saying, how did you know not everyone talks and justify the needs? Okay, somebody is saying, I don't know why this person is saying here, how did you know that everyone talk? Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody said earlier that he's the only one active. You are not the only one. Oh, where is this person? Somebody said something that is the one active in one of his group. You are not the only one. There are a lot of people that are active that just don't test. They don't reply. They don't, but if we check our database, we see them. They are very active, very, very active people. And I'm like that as well. If I'm learning something somewhere and I know how to solve the problem, I have AIs at my disposition. I don't think I'll be asking a lot of questions on the group chat. So that's why there are a lot of people that don't. This person answering you is on your group as well, and it's just telling you. A lot of other people there that are active. This one is saying I'm active, and is even having fire sign. And they just don't talk on the group. So there are a lot. The people might be here, but are not using different names. Okay, some people are saying some of them are here. The people we are looking for are here. See, the thing with the the scholarships that we are going to give to people here on this live stream. Yeah, the fact that you are not on this live stream means you are not serious. You applied for a scholarship and we have a live stream, we have a class, a live training session. Me that is going to be give you the sponsorship, giving the sponsorship to you is here live, and you're not here. It means you're not serious. So at the end of this, going to give out scholarships to people that are here on this this live training. All of you are on a scholarship. I'm just going to give sponsorship for portal access. So someone is saying, "Sir, was the ASO for those in Core 3? Core 3, you guys are just starting. You guys want to start writing essay as well." I thought Core 3, right? No. The essay was for Cohort 1 and 2. You guys are just coming. Don't worry, we'll have other fun activities. There are fun activities coming up. Yeah, that reminds me. Here in the WinMingle community, we should have other activities that will make us give these portal access sponsorships. And one of the activities that we are going to have is we are going to have students to make a video, make the highest quality possible, talking about the WinMingle training program, talking about what you're learning here. Tell us what we are doing right. If we are doing things wrong, tell us what we are doing wrong. But tell us what we are doing right. Make the best quality video, and we look at your video and it's up to standard. We are going to give sponsorship. Yeah. So that can start going on from now, from today. We are going to give the portal access sponsorships to people that make the best quality video that we like and we want to post on our platform. Yeah, talking about what we do here. Let me see other people having other questions. Yes, I'm using. Somebody's using a different YouTube name. The YouTube names may not. I think I've read all of this. What if you don't have prior idea of a product to build in mind? How do I come about this, sir? Oh, okay. Okay, this is a very big question. This is why we have this mentorship session. Somebody is saying, what if he does not have a prior idea of a business in mind? Come up, how does he go about, building a project? So here's the thing. Somebody said I'm an accounting student in RSU. That was my school. I was there in RSU as well. I'm your, what do they call them? People that have graduated. Was he emeritus? Very funny. I'm part of those people to you. I was a UST student as well, and I graduated a while ago. I've even done my masters. So let's back to the question there, saying somebody that doesn't have prior idea of a product to build in mind. So software engineering is like this, yeah. Software engineering is you learning how to build, you learning how to solve problems. You know how to solve problems, but you don't know what particular problem you want to solve. Pick a niche. Look for something that is working. That's my advice to you. Look for something other people are already doing and do as well. So e-commerce, people are selling shoes. Let me just give you an idea. People buy shoes and clothes up and down. Guess what? There's this company I used to work for. I still currently work. My boss cannot let go of me when, he has seen all the things that I do recently, and he knows that, this young man needs time to himself, but yet he still keeps me, make me do a lot of work for him. So I used to work for this company that is e-commerce. They have an e-commerce platform that was built by some Indians. I was privileged to work with those Indians, and at some point we stopped working with them, writing code independently, building the platforms there. And at some point we also had to work with other software engineers, other software engineering companies, and we worked on a lot of projects in the company, and it was in the US, in Texas to be precise. So the company has a lot. It's a very detailed product that they have, a web application that they have, very detailed. And guess what they have? They buy gadgets there in the US, and they're able to sell it in other countries, especially African countries, right? They buy a lot of stuff and they sell. And in online, we do emailing, we do email marketing, all of the platform handles marketing, shipping, everything, like everything that you want to talk about, the platform handles it. And we don't have to do anything. The only thing we have to do is inspect the products that we buy, do physical inspection to ensure that they meet the quality, because we sell quality products, trust me. And once people place order on the site, all our customers places orders on the site, they place till a period of 1 week. 1 week later, what do they call it? Our platform takes all the orders that has been placed for a week, and now it places, it generates shipping labels for all the orders, and then it places an order to the shipping company. We have like a lot of shipping companies whose APIs we have incorporated the platform. So what we do is we send out an information, a request to the shipping company They come get the product. They take the product to the end user, and we don't care about how they do that. Well, so once the product leaves our warehouse, we don't care about how it gets to the user, but it gets to the user. If for any reason the product gets bad on the road, we pay little the charges we pay for insurance is very small. Shipping is still small, and all of these things are being borne by all of these expenses are being borne by the end user of the product. The person using the product at the end, buying the product. The prices are being embedded into the price of the commodity, right? So handle shipping. We use the API to hit up the shipping company. We give them a list of all the commodities that they are coming to get from us. They get it from us, and then they take it down to the end users. They take it down to any state the end user is, and to doorstep delivery. And it does not concern us at all how all of this is being done. Do you know what that means? That is to say that we've built a global business from the standpoint of our house, and we are without doing anything. The system handles everything. This is an e-commerce platform. A lot of you here on this training program, you people want to sell stuff. The difference between software engineering and what you do on your streets is that only people on your street patronize you. If you amplify your business, I saw somebody on this training that is selling clothes that decided to start learning software engineering from the WinMingle community. If that lady can understand what we do here and amplify her business using the skills, the technical know-how that we empower her with, she's going to sell internationally. She's going to be making, instead of 5 people from her street, 10 people, 15 people a day, you can grow to 1,000 people a day, 100 people a day, patronizing your business. And guess what? Less stress. In fact, you'd actually go through much more stress attending to those physical 15 people than attending to the 100 people from your house without doing anything, after you've built a functional program. So that's how software engineering works. That's why software engineering is so powerful. So for that person that is saying, what do? I don't really have a project in mind that I want to build, but I want to build a project. This is how you should be thinking. This is what you should be thinking about. How do I amplify the little business that I am already doing? You should already have something you are doing. Look around you, you see things that people are doing. Some people have all manner of shops. Here where I live, they have this place where they sell a lot of all kinds of rods they use in building materials. Like, if I decide to sell their building materials, trust me, if you know the amount of sales, the number of sales I can make a day, and this is because of the software engineering expertise that I have the technical know-how to build a platform that manages all of the materials, connects to shipping AIs, shipping companies, payments, online, everything. I'm sure that you guys are aware that I can do all of this stuff because you stay on one. This is my platform where I use to give back to society, and that's why you guys are here and you guys don't have to pay training fees, because I'm trying to give back to society as much as possible. So I give this quality of information to you just for you to be a better version of yourself, right? So you can go into any business. Whatever business that you find yourself doing, you can amplify it. You can make it the best version of itself. That's what software engineering is. That's the benefit that you get from software engineering. So look around you. You are in Nigeria. You cannot tell me that there are no problems to solve. They are like, everything is a problem. In my house currently, there's no light.